Assalamualaikum everybody, my name is Dialcee Deanda Divon. So, I will be talking about building defects. First thing first, what is a building defect? A building defect is a flaw, deficiency or imperfection in a building designs, materials, or workmanship that impairs its intended functions, safety, or value. These issues often emerge from poor construction, incorrect installation, or inadequate design, leading to structural failures, water leakage, or safety hazards such as cracks, molds, or faulty electrical work. So in this video, I will be talking about the defect descriptions, symptoms, the possible causes, prognosis, and the method statement following these 5 building elements, which is the roof, building fabrics and components, building structures, building services, and also external site conditions. Let's go.
So the first one is roof. Location is in tone and harmonies. The element is roof, component clay roof tiles. The defect description is the material, which is the clay roof tiles, appears to be slightly lifted or curled. The possible causes are probably due to age and wear, where the older roofs can become brittle, causing the pieces to warp or lose their grip. Other than that, may be due to poor installations, and the symptoms are the unevenness of the tiles can be seen, creating a potential gaps. The prognosis are, if left undressed, these gaps will allow rain to penetrate, which then lead to water strains on interior ceilings or walls. The remedial works are: remove the damaged or displaced roof tiles by carefully lifting them using proper roofing tools, inspect roof battens and underlayment, conduct water tightness testing by spraying water over the repaired area, and perform a periodic roof maintenance. The next one is also a roof, but with a different component, which is the steel flashing. The defect description is the corrosion on steel flashing can be seen, probably due to continuous exposure to rainwater and moisture. Visible rust stains and discoloration on the steel flashing can be seen, and the prognosis, if the corroded steel flashing is not repaired promptly, then the condition may worsen and lead to serious roof leakage. As for the remedial works, to inspect flashing for rust and damage, to remove severe corroded sections, clean surface and apply anti-rust treatment, repair small holes or replace damaged flashing, and then secure and seal joints properly, then apply protective coating and carry out maintenance. Moving on to our next elements is building fabrics and components, which is in room 2314 KCS. The element are ceilings and the component fiberboard ceiling panel. The defect description is irregular patches and dark spots can be seen on the ceiling surface, and the possible causes is probably due to water leak or poor ventilation. The symptoms are noticeable water staining and mold growth. The prognosis are, it might lead to rot or corrosion on structure if it reaches to the steel beam, and will lead to sick building syndrome if left unintended. The remedials are: inspect the fiberboard ceiling carefully to identify the source of dampness or staining such as roof leakage, repair the actual source of moisture, inspect and clean ceiling framework to remove dirt or anything else. The second building fabrics and components are single panel door, which is in room 2314 KCS, which is the component is deadbolt door lock. The defect description is, it appears to be a loose deadbolt and bore hole can be seen on the door surface. The possible causes probably due to poor workmanship for its improperly installed deadbolt lock. The symptoms are excessive gapping can be seen and it has difficulty returning the key. And the prognosis are, the door will have instability since the lock may become increasingly difficult to turn, stick or jam entirely due to ongoing misalignment. And the remedials are: remove the lock and clean the hole edges, fill the gap with the high-strength wood epoxy like Bondo or glue in the fitted wood plug, sand the area flush once dry, then prime and paint to match the door, and re-drill the correct size hole using a hole saw template. Moving on to our building structure, which is the column in room 2314 KCS, which is the component are finishes plaster, where the defect description are headline to medium cracks can be seen around the area where the steel beam connects to the concrete column, with portions of the plaster entering, appearing chipped or detached. Possible causes probably due to movement between material shrinkage, poor bonding or plaster, or stress concentration at the connection joints. The symptoms are cracking and plaster Swelling can be seen at beam column junction, and the prognosis are if it's left unrepaired, the cracks may widen due to continuous structural movement, vibration, thermal expansion, or moisture ingress. Further remedial works are inspect and assess the defect around the beam. The second building structure elements are steel I-beam, which is located in corridor KCS, the component of fascia strip. The defect description are there is a noticeable gap between the ceiling panel and the beam fascia with uneven alignment and slight downward deflection of the board. This is probably due to lesion fixing, moisture damage, material wrapping, or movement of the supporting frame causing the ceiling board to detach from its original position. The symptoms are the defect visible on the beam structure is separation and sagging of the ceiling board at the beam line. The prognosis are if left unattended, the gaps can allow moisture and it might lead to corrosion of the beam and mold growth. This will then decrease the beam strength. And these are the remedial works that is suitable for the building structure's defect. And moving on to our building services, which is located in pantry KCS, where the elements are brick wall and the component is wall-mounted power socket outlet. The socket plugs are misaligned and partially detached from the wall, leaving a large open gap that exposes internal electrical wiring and backbox components. The surrounding plaster is cracked, broken, and chipped. These indicate poor installation, impact damage, or deterioration of the wall fixing. Symptoms are loose and improperly fixed electrical socket outlets with damaged wall plaster surrounding the mounting box. And the prognosis are if it's left unattended, the exposed wiring and loose socket indicate a progressive failure of the wall finish and socket fixing system. And these are the remedial works that is suitable for the defect of wall-mounted power socket outlet. Moving on to our second building service, which is the toilet. The elements are wall with tile finishes and the component are metal shower valve. The defect description shows a metal valve mounted on a tile surface with a visibly oversized and poorly finished hole behind it, where the edges are rough and uneven and a dark inner component is exposed. The possible causes are probably due to poor installation and likely caused by inaccurate drilling using the wrong drill size or misalignment, lack of proper finishing, or sanding of the cuts. The symptoms are the noticeable gap can be seen in bugs coming out from it, and the prognosis are, like you said, if left unattended, the oversized and rough opening can allow moisture to seep into the tiles, leading to swelling, staining, or even rot over time. And the loose fit may worsen with use, causing instability or leaks if the fixture is connected to plumbing. And these are the remedial works that is suitable for the defect. Last but not least is our external or site condition, where the location are at dry-fill KCS, the element is dry-fill paver, and the component is zigzag interlocking concrete paver blocks. Defect description is white paint stain can be seen. The defect appears as irregular white paint splashes through and spotting. Possible causes probably accidental paint spillage or splashing during nearby repainting or maintenance works. Improper cleaning after maintenance works, allowing paint residue to cure on the paver surface. The symptoms are the irregular white splatter marks distributed randomly across several pavers, spotting various in size from small droplets to larger blotches. The prognosis are, if untreated, the paint may become more difficult to remove due to deeper penetration into the porous concrete surface, and weathering may partially make the marks but often leaves residual discoloration. For the remedial works, we prefer wash the area using controlled high pressure water to remove remaining paint residue without damaging the pavers or jointing sand.